Chair Yoga with Claymore Senior Center. I'm your instructor today, Alice Davis. I'm very happy for all the Claymore Senior Center members who are here and all of the rest of you. So we're going to get started by connecting with our yoga breath. We're going to lift up our shoulders and relax them down behind us, down and back. That's where we keep those shoulders. The spine is long and tall. The arms and the hands are relaxed, resting. Neck is relaxed. The whole head is relaxed. And you can keep those eyes open with a focal point out ahead of you, or you can close your eyes gently. Keep the eyelids relaxed too. The whole face is relaxed. And we breathe in and we breathe out through the nose. And just keep the breath easy. Feel the air moving through the airways. It's starting to enter the lungs. It's starting to expand the little structures in the lungs that hold the air. And as we fill the lungs more and more, we feel the chest expanding. And we feel all of our thoughts dropping away. We keep our focus on the breath. And not only don't we have to think about anything else, but if we're really, really focused on the breath, we don't even want to think about anything else. And we sort of let the world go away for about 40, 45 minutes. Give our brain a little vacation. No worries, no cares, no plans, no lists, no menus, no calendars. And if our eyes have been closed, we're going to open them. We're going to keep that same breath in and out through the nose if we can. If we have to stop the nose breathing for a while, that's okay. And we're going to bring our hands down by the sides. Inhale, lift those arms. Put the backs of the hands together. Exhale, push the air away. We keep the spine long. Inhale, we're going to do that same thing again. Exhale, push away. Now we're going to leave the right hand down and we'll bring the left hand up. And we're curving side to side. Big curve. Long through both sides, curving on both sides. We're keeping our left sits bone in the chair. You can look up into your right hand or your right forearm. But keep that right sits bone in the chair so you've got a better stretch. Inhale, lift up tall, interlace the fingers. Exhale, push the palms toward the ceiling. And keeping the spine long, release the fingers as you inhale. And exhaling, just let the fingers twizzle down. Inhale, lift. Now we're going to twist. Exhale, twist left. Inhaling, sweeping the arms to center. Exhaling, twisting right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist left. And you can bring that right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, sweep center. Exhale, twist left. The right hand outside the left hand outside the right thigh. Inhale, sweep center. Exhale, and this will be the last time twisting. You can hold on to the chair behind you. Inhale, lift up really tall, lengthen the neck. Exhale, twist. and look over that left shoulder. And inhale, very slowly move the chin until you're looking over the right shoulder. And take an inhale here. And an exhale. And gently move back to center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, last twist to the left. Inhale, lift up tall, lengthening the spine. Exhale, gaze across the right shoulder. And inhaling, slowly turn your head until your gaze is across your left shoulder. And inhale here. And exhale here. And inhale with arms down. Come back to the center. We're going to do some standing warm-ups, or you can stay in the chair. If you stay in the chair, just do everything seated. So if you're coming on up out of the chair, we face the chair like this. You need a sturdy chair that's not going to let you down, not going to scoot out from under you, not going to go sideways when you go sideways. So find one that has a little bit of heft to it and that you're going to be comfortable in, and that provides you the proper support. Our hands are pushing down through the chair seat, and we use the whole hand. We're not just pushing down through the wrists. We're using the hands and the fingers. The fingers are very active here, pushing down into the chair, which saves a lot of wear and tear on the wrist. And here we're going to do our cows and cats. So we're going to exhale, lift our tailbone, let the belly sag toward the chair, lift the upper back, shoulders, head, look forward, that's the cow. Inhale, take the tailbone down behind, keep the head and the shoulders the same, long through the lower spine. You've got that dome in your spine now, start curving inward, first with the upper chest and the shoulders, the neck, the head. Look back at your belly button. And keeping the head and shoulders the same, release the tailbone up. Slowly release the belly down. Now you've got that sway back look. And bring up the top part of the torso, the shoulders, the head. Look forward, cow. And we're going to go back to the angry Halloween cat. Tailbone down. Belly is tight. Pull those abdominal muscles in. And then start curving from the middle of the spine, inward, 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 inward. And that is our cat. We'll do one more set. Release the tailbone up. Release the belly down. And start making that outward curve with the spine until you're looking forward in your cow. And last time, cat, tailbone down. Big stretch, lower spine. And then curve yourself all the way into the cat. And we'll flatten out here. Use your front hand to support your body weight. You're going to take your back hand and reach up and hold on to the back of the chair. Come up slowly. We don't want to get the blood leaving the head too fast and get dizzy. So we come up slowly. We're standing beside the chair. When we're standing in chair yoga, we want to have our 2 feet pointing forward, all the toes pointing forward, feet lined up with the back legs of the chair. And we're going to stand up tall with those shoulders down and back. And we're going to take the outside toes out to the side, and we're just going to take them around in a circle, and that's going to warm up the toes, the feet, the ankles, the knees, and the hip joint. And then we're going to reverse it. And we'll stop that, and we're going to hold on to the chair and come over to the other side. using the chair for security, safety. Same thing, toes pointing straight ahead, feet lined up with the back legs of the chair, standing up tall, shoulders down and back. And we're going to spin that outside leg around. And reverse. And holding onto the chair, we'll very carefully come over to the other side. And we're going to do a little marching in place here. So get yourself lined up. And we're going to be lifting the outside knee. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. And holding on to the chair. We'll repeat that on the other side. And we get ourselves lined up, tall, strong, using the chair as part of our base. And we'll start with the outside knee on the other side. One more. And again, we hold on to the chair for safety. Now this requires some balance. If you're insecure about your balance today, you can do a version of this in the chair. It involves straightening the leg, one leg and then the other. And we're going to stand up really tall. And in this standing position, we're going to be swinging the outside leg forward and backward, like this. Inhale, exhale. Flex that hip. Extend it. We're going to pause there. Now, our torso has been vertical up until now, but if you want to here, you can take your torso moving and lined up with the moving leg. And the safety caution I want to give you here is don't take your head where it's going to make you dizzy. Okay, here we go. And that's the last one. We come back to standing, and we'll do it on the other side. So with vertical torso for the first 5, inhale, exhale, flex, extend. And that was the vertical torso way, and now we'll do it. You can stay torso vertical, or you can move your torso lined up with your moving leg if you want to, and if you're feeling that balanced today. Don't get dizzy. And back to standing. I hope you're all doing fine. I'm going to use my hands here to help me sit back down in the chair. It's a good way to support your upper body weight while you're getting back into the chair. We're going to bring our legs out in front, and we might want to move our sits bones about halfway between the front and the back of the chair. Now, point the toes. The feet are flat on the floor. Point the toes and reach them forward as far as you can. You're going to go a big stretch all the way up through the legs. Feel the stretch, feel the lengthening. Okay, let's release that. Wiggle the legs out a little bit. Now, bend your ankles. Toes are up toward the ceiling. And we're going to hold on to the chair and stretch your legs this way. You can lift the heels off the floor if that gives you a better stretch. So reach the legs out, really stretching especially through the back, the muscles in the back of the leg as we reach those heels forward, away from us. Keep breathing, in and out, always breathing. And we're going to relax the feet down. And one of the things we do to get tension out of our thighs and hip joints is to do windshield wipers. So we're going to do a few of those right now and relieve any tension we might have gotten from stretching our legs. And we're going to put our legs out in front of us, but we're not stretching now. The legs are there to support us, and we're going to be just rolling down. So as always, when we're lowering our head, we need to remember not to go where we're going to be dizzy. So we're going to lift up tall, tall spine, long neck, exhale chin to chest, and carefully rolling down and stopping before we reach our dizzy point. Breathing in, breathing out, slowly rolling down. Pull the abdominal muscles in to support your lower back. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll start back up. Keep the abdominal muscles tight. Inhaling slowly up. Keep breathing in and out. All right, we're going to bend our knees, drawing our heels under our knees. And we're going to take our toes out, heels out, toes out. Now, at some point, going heel and toe out, you're going to start feeling a pulling on the inner thighs. And you want to stop short of making yourself uncomfortable. A little pull is good. That shows we're stretching. Too much pull means that if we hold it for too long, we're going to injure ourselves. So find something that's in between, where you feel like you have a nice little stretch and not too much, because we haven't been doing yoga for several weeks, and some of us may have never done yoga, and we don't want to hurt ourselves. So give some thought to how you're feeling in here, and you can always come back in if you need to. We're going to turn toward the left knee. So move your hips and your torso carefully without hurting your back or the muscles here above the hip joints. And you're facing that left knee, and keeping both sits bones even in the chair, you're going to lean toward that left knee. And breathe in and breathe out. We're not trying to reach the knee, we're not trying to reach the thigh. This is just a good stretch, and as we did before, we're going to keep that left sits bone in the chair, so we're going to get a better stretch that way. And we inhale slowly up, and we come back to the center, keeping the spine long. And exhaling, we're going to face the right knee, and we'll hold on, hands on either side of that thigh. Exhale in the direction of the right thigh or the right knee. It's the journey we're looking for, not the destination. So feel the stretch in the inner thigh, feel the stretch around the oblique muscles here and in your lower back, but don't hurt yourself. Take it easy. And use your hands to help lift your torso back up to center. We're going to do something with more with the upper part of our upper body now, but still in the same position. So pay attention to how your thighs are feeling and adjust the position depending on how much stretch you feel like having today in those thighs. We're going to make little fists, nice light fists. And we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows to shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to hold the elbows out there. Sit up as tall as you can. Pull your abdominal muscles in. And this is our moon goddess. And what we were just doing before moon goddess was moon flowers. Find that breath, that big breath in and out through the nose. I'm going to do sunflowers now, which starts out like moonflowers, but then we scoop down toward the earth, like this. Inhale, pull the abs in, exhale. It's important to pull the abs in whenever we're bending forward. Support the lower back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more sunflower. Exhale. And we're going to rest our hands on our thighs, and we're going to move our feet out a little bit and look over the right knee and see if it's pointed toward the right toes. That would be good. You can bend it less if that's going to be more comfortable for you. And we'll face the left, and we'll do the same thing. Think about whether the knee is pointed toward the toes, and then we'll bring our torso back to center. And we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to do a forward fold, sitting in the chair. So sit in such a way that you're not going to fall off the chair when you lean forward, when you bend forward. And not only are you not going to feel uncomfortable that you, not only are you going to make sure that you're not going to fall off the chair, but also that you're going to feel very comfortable that you're not going to fall off the chair. So inhale, lift up tall. We're going to fold right here from the hip crease. You can keep your hands on your thighs. You can bring them out to your side. You could clasp your hands behind you. And only bend as much as your body wants to go. Rotate your arms if they were out to the side, palms toward the sky. Inhale, slowly lift the torso up, supporting the back muscles as always with the abdominal muscles. Palms come together. Exhale, heart center. And then we're going to finish up this little straddle that we've been doing by bringing the feet in a little more. So you can have the feet, have the ankles under your heels now, if they weren't already that way. And we're going to do a little loosening up some things that we may have tightened while we were doing all that stuff. So keeping your face forward, take your left forearm toward the left thigh, and inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now we're going to speed it up a little. Just still gentle, but a little faster. Keep breathing. It's a companion to the windshield wipers. And we'll come back to the center. We always like to include a warrior. So today we're going to do a warrior one pose. We're going to turn our whole body in the direction of the left knee, staying on the chair, of course. And this right foot is facing away from you. And we're going to put the left leg wherever the foot can be flat on the floor. That's the important thing. We want the entire foot on the floor so we have the full power of that foot. If that means that your foot has to be all the way up here, fine. If it means that your knee has to be bent, fine. Just get the foot flat. Now we're going to face that right knee. So gently bring the hips and the torso to face toward the right knee. And inhale, arms up overhead, shoulders down and back while we're reaching up. This is very difficult, I know, but we can make some approximation of keeping our shoulders down and back while we make some approximation of lifting our arms toward the sky. So here's our warrior one. We're pushing down through both feet, lifting up with the arms, down with the shoulders and back. And we're going to convert this into a humble warrior. So bend the elbows a little bit. We're going to lean forward, pull the abdominal muscles in, as we always do when we're bending forward. And when you can get that hand through between you and the chair, bring the arms back. Shoulders are still down and back, but now our arms are close to our torso, and this is our humble warrior. You can see why they call it that. Keep breathing. And inhale. Lift the torso, make it vertical. Come to center. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the left knee is over the left ankle. And again, we have to find a place for the right foot where it can be fully in touch with the floor. And that will give us more power in that leg. So find out what works for you, here, 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 wherever it is. And we're gently going to turn the hips and the torso to face the left knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, shoulders relaxing down and back. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. We're just breathing in and out, feeling the length of the torso, the length of the spine. We're feeling the shoulders relaxing down and back, or at least we're imagining it. Pushing down through both feet. That's where we get the height from, is the pushing down. And we're going to convert this to humble warrior. So we're bending those elbows, bringing the elbows through alongside our torso, leaning forward toward, but not all the way to the left thigh. Arms are close to our torsos, and trying to keep both feet flat on the floor here. Breathing in, breathing out. And using the abdominal muscles to always to support the spine. Inhale, lifting up. And we'll come back to center. Our sits bones are out pretty close toward the edge of the chair, and we're going to do those windshield wipers to get rid of some of that tension in the hip joints especially. And we're now time for balances. So use your hands to support your weight if you're okay with getting up out of the chair. If you need to be in the chair now, just pay attention to what your body's telling you and stay in the chair, and we can convert your balance into a stretch. Well, we need to pay some attention to spring, so we're going to do a tree. We're going to turn that outside foot out, and we can rest the heel on the ankle of the inside leg. Stand up as tall as you can. Try to keep that inside leg tall and straight and long. Use the chair as part of your support system. And we're going to bring this outside hand to heart center. Now, you can stay here. This is a kind of a kickstand position, so you can stay here like this with the extra support from the outside toes still being on the ground. Or, if you're up to it today, you can use that right foot to push into the left calf, or you could even push into your thigh, but not the knee. We never push into the knee. And you can leave your hand at heart center. You can bring it up overhead, or you can style your outside hand into some kind of a tree branch, and you can let that branch do what you could do, the weeping willow, or you could do a branch that has high leaves or flowers on it, or maybe the wind is blowing and the arm is waving around in the wind. You can do any of those things with your tree branch. And exhale, release. And of course we do everything on both sides. So here we go over to the other side to do our tree over here. And you'll learn that almost always the two sides are different. So we're going to turn that outside knee out and come into our kickstand position with the heel resting on the inside, resting on the calf of the inside leg. And this is our starting point. You can stay here in kickstand or bring your sole of your foot up on the calf or up on the thigh, trying to keep the inside leg as tall and as long as you can. And then you can do the same things, the same variations with your tree branch that you did before. You can keep the traditional position, which is like this, or you can make it look branchy, branch-like. And let it float around in the wind, or just display its beautiful blooms, or whatever it's doing today, and release. We will use our hands to support our upper body weight when we come down into the chair. And after balancing, we always like to do some things with our fingers and hands. So we're going to let both arms down at the side and just shake out both arms, shake out the shoulders. And let's do some more shoulder rolls. We haven't done any officially. So inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. One more. And we're going to reverse. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down and back. We're going to do another kind of shoulder rolls, and if the kind I just did is perfect for you, maybe you want to stick with those. We'll call those the basics. This one, for obvious reasons, we're going to call the chicken wing, but we do exactly the same thing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale and reverse. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And maybe you like the chicken wings, maybe you like the basics, but you can also do the full arm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and reverse. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we're going to shake them out again. Shoulders, arms, fingers, hands. Now bring your right arm up to shoulder height, and the fingers are facing forward. And we're going to fold that hand so the fingers are now reaching toward the ceiling. We're going to bring the other hand across, and we're just holding the hand and the fingers. We're just holding them in place. We're going to push forward through the right heel of the hand. So it's a great wrist stretch. It's a great stretch for the muscles in the forearms. Push, lengthen. It's great if you use keyboards a lot, no matter what kind of keyboards. And release. And let's wiggle those fingers out. Roll out the thumbs. Okay, so bring the arm out in front again. Exactly the same as we started. And this time we're going to bend the wrist down. And we are going to put the hand on the outside of the hand. Now this is a little different. This is dynamic tension. With this hand, we're pushing down and in, and with this hand, we're going to push out and up. So that creates dynamic tension in the body, with the two hands working against each other. So make each one work as much as it must, just to keep the other one from moving it. Keep breathing. And release. Work it out if you need to. Flip the arm over. So now the palm is facing up, and we're going to fold it down. And we're going to put the fingers across the fingers and a little bit of the palm as we did before, and we're going to push forward through the heel of the hand. Reaching, reaching, reaching. We're not pulling back, we're pushing forward. And release, and let's roll out that wrist. And we'll rest that arm. Here comes the left up to shoulder height. Fingers toward the ceiling. We're going to hold on to them. We're going to push forward through the heel of the hand. Feel that stretch on the underside of your forearm. And we're going to release that. We're going to bend the wrist down. We're going to push in, down and in with the right hand. Push up and out with the left. They're working against each other. Dynamic tension, breathing. Lots of effort here to go nowhere. And release. The arm is flat again. We're going to roll it over, palm toward the ceiling, bring the fingers in, fold the hand down, bring the fingers in, and push forward right here. Push that forward, the heel of the hand. No pulling with the right, just make the left do all the work. And release, and we'll roll it out. And let's just do some more wrist rolls and reverse. And let's roll the thumbs. And let's wiggle those fingers. Shake them out. And just settle the breath down, make it easy, calm, gentle. And we use these few breaths here with our easy, calm breath. We're going to use this time to eliminate tension from the body. So do a little body scan. Notice where the tension is. And you can maybe, if you need to, with your thumb or with your fingers, give yourself a little mini massage somewhere where there's some tension. Or it might be as simple as stretching a muscle and then relaxing it. It might be as easy as wiggling one of the joints in your body. Or if you want to get elaborate, you can enlist your imagination, and with the breath, you can send the breath to where the tension is, and you could imagine sweeping it out of the body, or you could imagine exhaling it out of the body, or whatever you would like to imagine that you and the breath can think of together. And if our eyes have been closed, we'll open them. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing the hands to heart center. You can gaze at your heart center, or you can look forward or up. The light in me greets the light in you. Your light greets mine. And together our lights greet the lights in all creatures. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. I hope we'll get a chance to do this again.